Grifo, El Shaarawy, or untradeable 83 times 10. They're your choices on the stand and season pass. Which one should we take? Let's have a look and decide whilst watching this video. Oh, and if you do enjoy this video, make sure you subscribe and turn notifications on for the next video in the season pass. So let's get into it, shall we? Looking at these stats and accelerate for both, you've got Grifo with controlled and El Shaarawy with most explosives. So El Shaarawy is going to be quicker off the blocks, but over longer distances, Grifo is going to make up that ground and probably even be better. Then you've got body types, and Grifo is average medium and body type of lean medium for El Shaarawy, probably making El Shaarawy that little bit more nimble when running through and trying to get past players. And finally, looking at height, and there's not much between them, you've got 180 centimetres or 5'11" for Grifo compared to 178 centimetres or 5'10" for El Shaarawy. Looking at positions they can play, and Grifo's primary position is left back compared to El Shaarawy's striker position. Then you've got Grifo, who can play right back, CDM and CM, compared to El Shaarawy's right mid and right wing. So you've got El Shaarawy, who's definitely a predominantly attacking player, compared to Grifo, who is a defensive player. That's the first thing we need to look at when deciding which player to take, or the untradeable 83 times 10. So going into in-game stats, and 2,662 for Grifo compared to 2,550 of El Shaarawy. Face stats, again, Grifo wins hands down, 552 compared to the 526 of El Shaarawy. However, again, taking into account that 34 are defensive stats for Grifo, plus 10 on physical. So that's 40 odd just alone, and he's only 26 behind. So let's get into the stats in a little bit more detail. Looking at pace, and there's not much to tell between these two. You've got 96 acceleration and 96 sprint speed for Grifo compared to the 96 acceleration and 95 sprint speed for El Shaarawy. So there's literally a paper's width between the two. Now looking at shooting it, and you'd expect El Shaarawy to win this hands down, and he does. There's only one stat where Grifo takes it, and that is penalties. So looking at this, you've got attacking position for El Shaarawy of 93 compared to 86 for Grifo. 90 finishing compared to the 80 of Grifo. 93 shot power for El Shaarawy compared to 93. So that's a complete tie on that one for Grifo and El Shaarawy. You've got long shots of 94 for El Shaarawy compared to the 82 of Grifo. 99 volleys, that's phenomenal, compared to the 80 of Grifo. And then 99 penalties for Grifo compared to 90 of El Shaarawy. But again, at this point in the game, you've probably got a plethora of players who can take a penalty and a free kick, so both the stats aren't very useful. Looking at playstyles, and you have one PS Plus and one playstyle for each. You've got set piece plus for Grifo and finesse shot compared to finesse shot plus and chip shot for El Shaarawy. So in this stat, El Shaarawy runs away and it's not even close. However, for a left back or a CDM, these stats aren't bad for for shooting, right? Then on to passing, 94 apiece. However, they share the spoils. It's a mixed bag, and literally it's split between the two. So we've got 95 vision for El Shaarawy compared to 90 of Grifo. 99 crossing for Grifo compared to 93 of El Shaarawy. That's massive. Free kick actually a 99 with that set piece plus. Grifo is going to be probably your new set piece taker if you have him in your team. 88 free kick accuracy for El Shaarawy. Then you've got 94 short pass for El Shaarawy compared to 93 Grifo. Not very far apart there. Long pass, 93 for El Shaarawy compared to 90 of Grifo. And then 99 curve apiece. That's mental. Imagine this passing. It can be absolute elite for both. Then, in terms of playstyles for Grifo, you've got incisive pass, long ball pass, and whip pass plus. So those crosses are going to be insane to him with that 99 rated crossing. Then playstyles for El Shaarawy, you've got incisive pass plus, tiki-taka plus, and whipped pass. So again, both of these are very good in this department. In terms of dribbling, there's not much again between the two. You've got 97 overall for El Shaarawy compared to 96 of Grifo. 99 agility for El Shaarawy compared to 94 Grifo, both very good stats. 96 balance for El Shaarawy compared to 92 of Grifo. Then you've got 97 reactions for Grifo compared to 93 of El Shaarawy. 97 ball control apiece, so both of them are tied on this. Then you've got 98 dribbling as a stat for El Shaarawy compared to 96 of Grifo. 94 composure compared to 92 of Grifo. So on this one, he does take it. Now in terms of playstyles, and El Shaarawy runs away with this, they've both got technical. However, El Shaarawy has a full house on this. He's got rapid, flair, close control, trickster, and press proven. None of them are pluses, however. So in terms of defending, and Grifo wins his hands down, there's no doubt about that. However, there are some stats for El Shaarawy that really did surprise me here. Overall, you've got 96 compared to 66 of El Shaarawy. Interceptions of 90 for Grifo compared to the 50 of El Shaarawy. Again, expected. 92 head accuracy compared to the 83 of El Shaarawy. That's okay, it's not great, but this is one that really did surprise me. 91 defensive awareness for Grifo compared to the 84 of El Shaarawy. That's pretty decent for a striker, right? 88 stand tackle compared to the 58 of El Shaarawy, and slide tackle you got 86 compared to the 48 of El Shaarawy. Now, obviously, regarding tackling, El Shaarawy is awful, but that defensive awareness is higher than I'd expect, right? In terms of play styles, and as you'd expect, El Shaarawy has none. You've got Grifo with 3. You've got jockey, intercept, and anticipate. And I think at this point in the game, I'd expect more from a defensive-minded player. I'd expect a few pluses in there, maybe in a full raft of defensive playstyles. Let me know what you think as well in the comments, but I don't think that's good enough. Then in terms of physical, and Grifo takes this 92 to 82. However, on jumping, El Shaarawy wins this 96 to 93. Everything else is in Grifo's favour. You've got 97 stamina for Grifo compared to the 90 of El Shaarawy. 92 strength compared to the 82 of El Shaarawy. 83 aggression compared to 70 of El Shaarawy. In terms of playstyles, Grifo wins with 3, 1 PS plus, 2 playstyles. He has Quick Step Plus, Relentless, and Trivella. So on that stat, he definitely wins it hands down. So in terms of Evos, there's only one available. That's for El Shaarawy. You can put him in the right mid, inside forward, plus. However, he already has this, so it's pretty redundant. I probably wouldn't bother because it's a complete waste of using the Evo. However, being honest, I probably haven't used any of these yet anyway, so it's probably going to go to waste. In terms of similar players, and there will be loads for both, I do think El Shaarawy is like the Julian Alvarez or a Griezmann style player, not the tallest, but very technical. And obviously, there's so many different options now. We've probably got a player like this in our club. Now, in terms of Grifo, and I think if you're looking for a left back, obviously the Italian Udogi comes to mind. Very, very good player. You obviously got the Alphonso Davies, the Grimaldo, and the DeMarco card as well. All very, very good players. So both of these definitely have lots of alternatives, but at this point in the game, you kind of expect it, right? In terms of perfect links, and you've got a few for El Shaarawy, most of them are heroes. You've got your Vialli, your Marchisio, your Di Natales. However, none of these, unless you put an Evo, really excite me at this point in the game. In terms of strong links, you've got quite a few there. Most of the team in the season, you've got the Bastoni, the Retta guy, the Barella, the Keane, and obviously that DeMarco. If you're taking El Shaarawy over Grifo, then he's definitely a player to get in. He's very, very, very good. In terms of Grifo, he doesn't have any perfect links, but you don't really need them because obviously at this point in the game, with the chemistry, you get your premium chemistry with your shapeshifters. So it's not really necessary. Again, look at those strong links. There aren't many that really excite me. Obviously, you've got the Buffon and the Baggio, which is 94, Zé Roberto, and that Maldini if you did do him. In terms of strong links, and there isn't many that excite me here as well. You've got that Lars Ricken, who isn't that exciting. Buffon's a good shout. Very nice card. 95 rated overall. Baggio's probably not going to excite you that much. Obviously, the Baresi as well, but with that 86 pace, again, a little bit behind the curve now. Zé Roberto doesn't look bad either at 94, and that 94 Maldini as well. Other than that, there isn't really anything to look at. So let's be honest, neither of these are going to set the world alight. Be an endgame player and stay in your team until the end of August. However, saying that, they could be a stopgap for your team. So if you do need a left back or a striker or a right winger, they could do a job. And the primary decision of choosing which of these two players would be, literally, do you need a defensive-minded player or an attacker? So for me personally, look at these two. I definitely don't need a striker. I've got Team of the Year Mbappe. I've got Team of the Season Yamal. So he's not going to get in either of those two. Then looking at Grifo, and I've already got that Udogie in my team. 96 rated, very, very good, 99 pace. He's not going to get displaced by him. However, he is tradable, so I could sell him and bring in that Grifo. However, I'm a little bit torn. I've opened so many of these 83 times 10s, and they have been absolutely awful. You've seen the 83 times 7 from the last two videos, and they've been trash as well. So I'm kind of thinking this time I should take the player. What did you guys take? Let me know in the comments. I think for me, I'm going to take the Grifo, but let me know in the comments what you took. And if you haven't already, drop that follow button because it really does help. We're pushing into 1,200 subs. We're nearly there. So make sure you drop that follow. And let me know in the comments because I'm really interested which player you're taking. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.